Hi everyone, it is lecture 5 of electromagnetic waves. It is the last lecture. So, in the previous lectures, we have discussed about how electromagnetic waves are produced, how we can define electromagnetic waves, what are their properties. So now, today's topic is intensity of electromagnetic waves. So what is intensity? The energy crossing per unit area per unit time in a direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation is called intensity of the wave. Suppose if I have 10 tube lights and I on only 2. So from those 2 tube lights, the amount of light, yeah, the amount of intensity from those 2 tube lights falling on a unit area per second, yeah, per unit time is less if I switch on all the 10 lights. So in which case there are 2 lights on or the 10 lights on. From these two cases, which one has greater amount of light falling per unit area per second? Obviously the 10 lights, right? अगर 2 lights हैं या 10 lights हैं तो किस केस में ज़्यादा amount of intensity होगी किसी unit area पे unit second में या per second में? 10, right? So this is intensity कि कितना amount of light किसी unit area पे fall हो रहा है per unit time में, right? This is intensity. So intensity is equals to amount of energy per unit area, amount of energy falling per unit area per unit time. कि कितने एरिया में, कितने यूनिट एरिया में पर यूनिट टाइम में कितनी अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट फॉल हो रही है. ठीक है. If in a large room only one bulb is glowing, intensity is very less. Amount of light falling per unit area per unit time is less. When I switch on 4 bulbs in that room, the amount of light falling on a unit area per second is more, right? So that is intensity. A light having less intensity or maybe greater intensity. It is determined by the how much light, how much amount of light is falling per unit area per second, right? This is intensity. Next we have, do electromagnetic waves carry energy and momentum? What do they have energy and momentum? Yes. Electromagnetic waves carry energy and momentum when a charge placed on a plane perpendicular to the electromagnetic waves. Then charge keep kept on plane is set in motion by electric and magnetic field of electromagnetic waves. When charge is kept on the perpendicular of the propagation of the wave, then it starts moving, it starts vibrating. This shows that the electromagnetic waves have energy as well as momentum. What is the formula for momentum? P is equals to mv. If it is in motion, what does that mean? It has the momentum. Momentum of electromagnetic waves is equals to energy per unit c. C is the speed of light, right? So that is momentum. So electromagnetic waves carry energy. They have energy as well as momentum. As we discussed earlier, when the charge is at rest, it produces only electric field around it. But when charge is in motion, in fact in accelerated motion, it produces electric field as well as magnetic field along with radiation of energy. That means energy is radiated when charge accelerates or the oscillates, charge oscillates. So electromagnetic waves have energy as well as momentum, right? Next, pressure. Electromagnetic waves also exert pressure. How we can say that? Electromagnetic radiation is composed of photons, right? Because electromagnetic waves having the property of light, they travel with the speed of light. They are kind of light waves, right? So light has a dual nature. We have discussed it in previous classes, as well as we also we will discuss these dual in the dual nature of light. That light has dual nature. It has particle nature as well as wave nature. Particle nature means photon nature. Light has dual nature. Particle nature, which is also known as photon nature, and another one is wave nature. So light at the same time shows both the natures, photon nature as well as the wave nature. Photon nature means it has packets of energy. The light moves in the form of packets of energy. And that energy they have is equals to H is equals to H nu. Nu is the frequency. And when it acts as a wave, when it travels or move in the form of a wave, it has its wavelength, which is and has momentum. So P is equals to lambda upon H, right? So it is composed of photons which have momentum lambda upon H and energy. Electromagnetic waves have momentum as well as energy, we have discussed in the previous slide, right? When photon is incident on the surface, the momentum changes and hence it exerts a force. As a photon, the packet of energy fall on the surface, right? Then what happen? Momentum of the particle changes. When momentum changes, that means it applies a force, it exerts a force on that, and force per unit area is known as pressure. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal, but it is also measured in the form of Newton per meter square, that how much force is acted in per unit area, right? So light also exerts pressure. The pressure, visible rays exert pressure. This was discovered by, this was given by Nicholas Tesla, right? Understand a bit? Next, we have relation between frequency and wavelength. Very important relation from this chapter, electromagnetic waves. It is very important relation on which numericals may be there in your exam. So, what is the relation between frequency and wavelength? V is equals to nu lambda. What is V? It is speed. We can also write V as C if it is speed of light in vacuum, and V if it is speed of light in any medium. So it is speed of light. Nu is the frequency and lambda is the wavelength. We can also write this relation as C is equals to nu lambda, right? It is also speed of light, frequency, wavelength. So from this relation, we can say that frequency and wavelength are reciprocal to each. Yes, frequency and wavelength are reciprocal to each other. Okay? They have the inverse relation between them. Next topic that we have is electromagnetic spectrum. What is electromagnetic spectrum? It is the orderly distribution of the electromagnetic waves on the basis of frequency and wavelength. The orderly distribution of electromagnetic waves on the basis of frequency or wavelength. So this is the electromagnetic spectrum. Here we have 7 type of waves. What are those? Radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays, right? How we can remember them? We can remember them by writing what we have, right? we can write गाड़ी x u v in my range. गाड़ी x u v in my range, right? गाड़ी x u v in my range. So गाड़ी, that means gamma rays, right? Gamma rays. X means X rays. So गाड़ी x u v in my range, in my range. That's how you remember the electromagnetic waves or the spectrum of the electromagnetic waves. Gaudi XUV in my range. So what does Gaudi? That means gamma rays, X X rays, U UV rays, ultraviolet rays, V visible light rays, in infrared rays, my M microwaves, and range R means radio waves. So this is a trick to remember the electromagnetic spectrum. Gaudi XUV in my range. So this is orderly distribution. It is an arrangement of the electromagnetic waves according to their frequency and wavelength. How according to their frequency and wavelength? See here. So in this, radio, micro, infrared, visible, ultra, X-rays, gamma rays, right? Like that. So how it is orderly distribution? It is orderly distribution on the basis of increasing, decreasing frequency or increasing, decreasing wavelength. If we start from radio waves, when you turn on your radio and you change the frequency knob, radio कैसे work करता है? How the radio works? You change its frequency. The radio set's frequency is matched with the frequency which is sent by the radio station. जब दोनों की frequency match होती है, resonant frequency पे दोनों चीजें आती हैं, then the station, that particular station we have heard, right? ऐसा ही होता है. तो frequency को आप क्या करते हो? पहले लो से फिर आप इंक्रीज करते हो. तो हाउ यू रिमेंबर कि रेडियो वेव्स की फ्रिक्वेंसी कम होती है, फिर धीरे धीरे जैसे आप आगे बढ़ते रहते हो फ्रिक्वेंसी इंक्रीज होती रहती है. सो रेडियो वेव हैज द लोएस्ट फ्रिक्वेंसी. हाउ यू रिमेंबर कि रेडियो के अंदर फ्रिक्वेंसी लेस होती है. व्हेन यू टर्न ऑन द नॉब द फ्रिक्वेंसी इंक्रीजेज. सो रेडियो की फ्रिक्वेंसी कम. So radio has less frequency and lowest energy, lowest frequency. But wavelength, radio waves have longest wavelength. So question arises from here in board. What will be the questions? Yeah, what were the questions asked previously? You have given 4 options and you have to tell that among these which one wave have highest frequency or lowest frequency or highest wavelength or longest wavelength और shortest wavelength. तो किसकी frequency low है, high है, या किसकी wavelength low है, high है, तो you have to tell. This is a MCQ question. Or how they produced. And most of the questions asked from electromagnetic waves, the uses of these waves. Any 2 uses or 3 uses you have to tell. So these type of questions asked from the electromagnetic waves, how they are produced, how they have momentum and energy, do they have momentum and energy, how momentum changes, these types of questions were asked. So radio waves frequency less, अगर frequency lowest है, सबसे कम frequency है, that means they have longest wavelength. So this is the electromagnetic spectrum जिसमें frequency increases as you go from top to bottom and wavelength decreases. तो जो frequency है it increases as you go from top to frequency decreases it has low frequency na, हाँ, तो frequency increases as you go from top to bottom and wavelength decreases because radio waves have lowest wavelength. As you go from radio to gamma, wavelength decreases but frequency increases. So gamma has highest frequency, lowest to highest frequency, but wavelength it has longest. As it comes down, wavelength is shorter. So what you have to remember, turn on the knob. That means radio has lowest frequency but wavelength उसका opposite होगा, यानी कि longest. It is lowest, it is longest. As we go down from top to bottom, frequency increases. That means gamma rays has highest frequency but shortest wavelength. Wavelength सबसे कम होगी, right? So this is the orderly distribution, which is known as electromagnetic spectrum. I hope everything is clear to you. Now, what is the wavelength? If we talk about the wavelength, wavelength less than 0.1 meter. They have longest wavelength, na? Radio waves have longest wavelength. How they produced? Rapid acceleration and de-acceleration of electrons. That means changing the motion, changing the acceleration. Uh, Radio waves are produced. Detection, receivers, aerials are used to detect the radio waves. Then we have micro, their wavelength is 0.1 meter to 1 millimeter. Klystron valve or magnetron valve are used to produce the microwaves. They are produced by the heating molecules which are continuously in random motion. So that's why microwaves are produced by these devices. Then we have infrared 1 mm to 700 nanometer. Vibration of the atoms and molecules, infrared are produced. Then we have light, visible. These light waves are actually visible light waves. Okay? Visible light waves. Most of probability is that their wavelength you have to know. Wavelength may be asked. So their wavelength is from 400 nanometer to 700. This is the range of visible light rays. 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. Electrons in atoms emit when they move from the energy to a lower energy. When the energy states are changed, then visible light rays are produced. Our eyes can detect the visible light rays. Ultraviolet, they range from 400 nanometer to 1 nanometer. Inner shell electrons in atoms moving from one energy to the lower one, from higher to the lower one when electrons jump now, then UV rays are produced. Then X-rays 1 nanometer to 10 raised to power minus 3 nanometer. So these are produced by the X-ray tubes, inner shell electrons. Gamma rays, they have wavelength less less than 10 raised to power minus 3 nanometer. Radioactive decay. When there is radioactive decay, na, then gamma rays are produced. Alpha, gamma, beta. Right? So these are the 7 electromagnetic waves. This is a spectrum. How you remember it? Either if you start from radio waves and end at gamma. So radio waves have lowest frequency. As we go down, the frequency increases, right? As we go down, then frequency increases. And what about wavelength? Wavelength decreases. So radio waves, what you have to remember? That radio waves have lowest frequency but longest wavelength. So this is all about the electromagnetic waves. And what are the uses of these? If we talk about their uses, then so yes, these are the uses. Radio waves, as you know, these waves are used, uh, as a name suggests, radio. That means they are used in television and radio broadcasting and satellite transmission, in AM and FM, in amplitude modulation and FM modulation, we can say, right? In television and radio broadcast. When you view any, when you watch any live telecast of the cricket or the channels or the FM, so radio waves are used there. It is written as satellite transmission. But when the question is asked that which type of waves are used in satellite transmission or satellite communication, and both the options are given, radio waves and microwaves. You have to choose only one. So which one you chooses? You choose microwaves, because as I told you that radio waves have less frequency. So our atmosphere, the topmost layer, ionosphere is there, na? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and ionosphere, which is whose part is exosphere, the outermost part. So radio waves have less frequency, right? Radio waves have less frequency. These are suppose ionosphere. So these waves, this is transmitter. So these waves get some of the radio waves, as they have low frequency, they get reflected back by the ionosphere on the earth. It will not reach to the satellite. So radio waves are not much suitable to the higher frequencies for better communication. So which waves we will be preferred for satellite communication? Microwaves. वैसे तो दोनों वेव्स ही होती हैं, रेडियो वेव्स भी होती हैं और माइक्रोवेव्स भी होती हैं फॉर द सैटेलाइट कम्युनिकेशन. But for better signaling, what we use? Microwaves. Because some of the radio waves, as they have less frequency, they get reflected back by the ionosphere, right? So radio waves, you have to remember, TV and radio broadcasting. Microwaves, microwave oven we have. So which waves are used in that? Microwaves. And how? There is knob na, to match the temperature. So with that temperature, we actually match the frequency, the resonant frequency. वो भी resonant frequency पे work करता है. So due to the molecular motion of the molecules, heat energy is produced. So on that basis, microwave ovens are used. So in cooking, in communication and satellite communication, we use the microwaves. Actually, in determining the speed of a fast moving ball in cricket also we use microwaves, right? Then we have infrared waves. Infrared, also infrared rays, also known as heat waves. Why they are known as heat waves? They are produced by the fast or the rapid or the molecular motion या motion of the atoms and molecules. Atoms और molecules के motion की वजह से जो waves produce होती हैं वो infrared waves होती हैं. They are also known as heat waves because they produce heat energy. If we kept an object like, for example, a chair in the sunlight for 2 hours or for 1.5 hours, then it may heat up. In summer especially, it will heat up in just in half hour, right? So why it heat up? Because due to the infrared rays, due to the heat energy, it got heat up. So infrared rays, they are known as the red. When an object is heat up, it becomes red. Like iron is heat up, it becomes red hot, right? So infrared rays are also known as heat rays or heat waves. So that's why they are used in cooking, thermal imaging, short range communications, optical fibers, TV controls, and security systems. There are some insects. Our eyes can't detect the infrared rays, but there are some insects like snake. They can detect the infrared rays. They have na, they can detect the red eyes. They infrared also used in the remote signals. आपने देखा हो ना remote signals में there is na red light, right? So in remote TV remotes, yeah, what type of remote, they are also used in the remotes, or they are also used in the burglar alarms, right? Next we have visible light rays. Visible light rays, you know, just to see the things around us, vision के लिए, photography and illumination we use visible light rays. What is the wavelength? 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer, they have range. Then we have UV rays, ultraviolet rays, security marking. In alarms also use UV rays. Fluorescent lamps also use UV rays. Detecting forget bank notes, UV rays are used. And disinfecting water. How water is disinfected? By killing the germs. RO. RO is based on reverse osmosis na, so RO is based on UV rays. There are UV rays which kills the germs and it disinfect in the water. It clarify the water. Then we have X-rays, observing the internal structure of objects, airport security, scanners, and medical. In medical, we use in medical diagnose we use X-ray. Na? If we have something in our chest, yeah, in the bones, so to detect that fold, to detect that fracture, we go for X-rays. So X-rays are used there. They have higher frequency. As we go from this to this, na, the frequency increases. Gamma rays, sterilizing food and medical equipments. To sterilize, to keep them free from any microbe or germs, we can sterilize them with the gamma rays. And the detection of cancer and its treatment, we also use gamma rays, right? So these are some uses of these waves. You have to remember all the uses, at least two or three uses of each wave. Next, the property we have to remember is, what you have to remember, as I told you, radio waves have frequency less but wavelength longest, right? Energy, they have least energy, they have high energy. Penetrating power, they have less. Penetrating power of gamma rays is high. That means they can easily penetrate through any object. So gamma rays have high frequency, na? That's why they have high penetrating power. So their penetrating power is high, their energy is high, they have least wavelength but longest frequency, the highest frequency they have. So these are some properties which you have to remember about the electromagnetic waves, right? So I think everything is clear to you. These are the properties and the uses of electromagnetic waves. Uh, Question arises from here only, that what are the uses of this particular wave, uh, what are the properties, which one have longest wavelength, which one have least wavelength. So all these are questions. So here electromagnetic waves chapter is completed. Okay.